It's week 1 of the NFL, where division rivals will clash in the AFC East. It's the Jets and the Dolphins, next on Madden Football.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. This is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Wilson. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Christian Wilkins gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Man, that ain't making no sense.
And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020. Tua sets up to pass it. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin, and he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 28 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On third down, Wilson. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's got room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines, 52 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running left is Dillon. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. To a hit, and the ball is out.
All day, baby, all day.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. These two teams all tied after 1. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This is Hines. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle was there, but couldn't bust free. Jalen Phillips, the edge man, on the tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Hines. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Wormley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run the counter. Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore there to make the grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 6th. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now an open man, that's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the 45 on second down, Tua, he'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and the Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And Davis with it left side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
They went with their popular RPO on that play, and what they often tell their receivers, as soon as you get the ball, you've got to be like a punt return. You've got to make the first guy miss on your own, because if you do, big plays like that can result. He went a long way before they called him.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll try the left side with Dillon, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Sanders' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run now with Gaskin. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Does the big boy have the juice? And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4, Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Back now in Miami. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's Wilson. Got a man, it's Tunyon. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Touchdown, Jets. Robert Tunyon, 52 yards. And the Jets strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Tua now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Dillon, they try the left side with him. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. 2nd down and 8.
At the 14-yard line.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground with Hines. Shreds the tackle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Dillon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Wilson will throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
On second down now, it's Hines down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken right on the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And give that one to the Bears as they wind up winners. Allen Robinson, he had a touchdown reception to help the cause. Now Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Tua. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, throw right side, caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Wilson. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now it's Hines. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Here's the Jets punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. All right, what can Tua do now with his drive in OT? And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 23 yards on the play. Now Tua being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. They made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching, and how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.